IT and cybersecurity professionals, I'm about to reveal the secret to securing all the high-paying roles you desire, and I will do it with just one word. And this word is so crucial that without it, your chance of landing your dream job opportunities, achieving your income goals, be it 100K, 200K, 300K or more, or making a significant impact in the world are slim. And this word is the key that enables top cybersecurity professionals to consistently receive perfect job opportunities. So what is this one word? What is this one thing that they possess that you might not? It's authority. Now you might already have certifications, a prestigious degree, impressive credentials, or years of experience, or perhaps you don't have any of these. Regardless, it's the authority that empowers you to convert random recruiters, hiring managers, or HR personnel into advocates who present you with the best job opportunities, even if they've never heard about you before. And this happens instead of choosing other candidates with more degrees, certifications, or job experience than you. And that's the secret. That's the key to an exceptional cybersecurity career, irrespective of your background, your current experience level, or where you stand in your career journey right now. It doesn't matter if you are just starting in technology or if you have years of technology experience and now you are aiming to transition into cybersecurity. And when you have authority, everything works. Without it, nothing works. So how do you create that authority when you are just starting out? If you don't have years of experience or certifications or thousands of connections on LinkedIn? Well, if you watch this short presentation all the way to the end, I'm going to show you a very simple, proven system for establishing your authority and credibility in minutes and how to do it so powerfully that hiring managers and recruiters will ask for an interview with you day after day, even if you have no network, no following, and no one knows who you are. In fact, I'm going to give you so much detail in this video that by the time you're done, you'll be able to execute this entire thing yourself and put it into practice in your career right away. Now, before I get into that though, let me quickly check in with you to see where you are at. Does this sound like you? Are you struggling to get six-figure and multiple six-figure job interviews because no one knows who you are? Do you see people in cybersecurity who have spent years building up credibility, network, job experience, accreditations, certifications, and authority, and you have no idea how you could ever catch up? Are you working way too hard in your career right now, spending too many hours at work, leading to burnout and time away from your family, from your loved ones? Do you find yourself wasting your time, energy, and money on useless ebooks, random videos, and internet forums instead of getting the best job opportunities you want in cybersecurity? Are you sick and tired of firing off hundreds of resumes but hearing nothing back? Or rejections after rejections from HR, wasting your time with meaningless conversations with recruiters who simply don't see the value you can create? Are you concerned about your career and your financial future? Worried about what lies ahead for you and for your family in 5 years, 10 years from now if your financial situation doesn't improve? And most of all, do you feel like you're totally invisible in your career? Well, if any of that sounds like you, then I actually have good news because none of those things are the real problem. The real problem is that you don't have a system for instantly creating real authority in cybersecurity and securing the roles you want, even if you are just starting out. Now, I'm going to hand you that system on a silver platter right here in this video. But for right now, just know this. Once you have the system up and running, you'll have the exact right words to put on your resume and LinkedIn profile and know exactly what to say to recruiters and make them instantly see you as a trusted authority where they can't wait to arrange an interview and give you the six-figure job offers you want in cybersecurity. And you'll have complete control over your career choices, deciding not only the companies you work with, but also the positions you take. You'll be in a position to significantly increase your earnings, whether that means maybe scaling from 50K to 100K, from 100K to 200K, or even higher. And you'll be able to scale right past your competition, even if they've been around a lot longer than you have. They have a lot more job experience, countless certifications, or hundreds of connections. You will create an automatic and powerful connection with your target audience so they feel that you know them better than they know themselves. And you'll be able to do all of this without grinding out content on social media all day or changing your resume pretending to be someone that you are not. Spraying job applications and praying someone will respond. Being okay with low-paying jobs just to get that experience that you think you need. So here is the bottom line. There's a proven system for creating authority in just minutes and then using that authority to consistently attract six-figure interviews and land ideal cybersecurity jobs that you love. And all the frustration, fear, and self-doubt you are experienced, none of it is your fault because you just didn't have a system for creating instant authority. And now you will. You can take the system and apply it in your career starting today. This approach is so unique. No one else is doing this and no one else is teaching it. I'm Emin Caliskan, CEO of CyberTransform, the #1 company on the planet when it comes to helping IT professionals, cybersecurity professionals, or professionals from other backgrounds land their ideal tech careers in cybersecurity. Just like you use cutting-edge marketing to cut through all the BS in job hunting and recruitment like a hot knife through butter. Now, I don't like to talk about myself, but I will just tell you that we've been doing this for over 7 years and we are the original pioneers of cyber career transform where you can leverage your existing skills to land your ideal cybersecurity jobs. And this approach means you can avoid learning irrelevant new things or trying to be everything for everyone. And we have the best track record of results of anyone else in the industry. Now, when it comes to helping our clients massively scale their careers to land six figures and multiple six-figure roles in cyber, we do not play around. Nobody does it better and nobody has a track record that we do. Before I get into what you need to do, let's quickly talk about what not to do. Because if you are like most of the cybersecurity professionals, looking to scale in cybersecurity, or professionals from other domains getting started in tech with a high-paid cybersecurity role who are totally stuck trying to start or scale, there's three huge mistakes you could be making right now. In fact, I can almost guarantee that you are making at least one of these mistakes, if not all. Now, any of these mistakes has the power to destroy your career and your reputation if you don't stop doing them right now and find another way to communicate. All right, the first mistake I see cybersecurity and tech professionals are making is to use what I call spray and pray. So when it comes to learning new skills, getting qualifications like certifications, or looking for job opportunities, you know exactly what it looks like because you have probably experienced it yourself. Randomly learning new skills, watching all the videos out there, buying books or Udemy courses, collecting all the certifications and applying for hundreds of jobs. It's called spray and pray, and it just doesn't work. And I must confess, years ago, I too fell into this trap. I didn't know any better back then, and it was a mistake. The spray and pray method rarely works, and by design, you will spend a lot of time, energy, money, and you never know when you will get to the outcome you want, even if at some point it works. And what's even worse is you have no control over your career. It's like being a leaf in the wind, trying to be everything for everyone. You are left hoping things will work out, hoping someone will offer you an opportunity, hoping that what you're learning will get you to where you want to be. And ask yourself, is it remotely possible that serious business owners, top-level recruiters, or hiring managers would respect you if you don't get real about what you do, what you want to do, what you can do? If you aren't clear on yourself with your goals, how can you design a career of your dreams? It all starts with you. So being very clear about your goals is crucial. It's also very helpful because you don't have to learn all the skills out there, trying to work with all the companies out there. You design your career from the very beginning, and it will unlock your goals because you are not spraying and praying. You are not staying passive, pushed around by recruiters, but you are designing and shaping your career based on your own goals. Now, the second mistake is being a generalist instead of being specific about what you do in your career. Learning new skills, stacking up certifications, adding more people to your network might satisfy you in the short term, but in reality, you are killing your chances of success. Remember, less is more. Being specific is a million times better because that's exactly what companies need right now. And consider this analogy. If, God forbid, you needed a surgery, would you prefer a general practitioner or a specialist surgeon who is an expert in your specific medical issue? And guess which doctors are making a lot more money and having an easier life? Of course, specialist doctors. The same is true for cybersecurity professionals. Simply being a cybersecurity analyst is too vague and makes you replaceable, makes you a commodity. However, positioning yourself as a cybersecurity specialist, assisting fintech startups in New York City to guard against the latest cyber attacks is infinitely more impactful. So it's not just the skills, but also the targeting you must pay attention to. Also, haven't you noticed successful people have very small but impactful circles? They don't build random followers or audiences. They build authority. Every person in their network is carefully selected, and the same is true for you. How many people in your network are influencers doing exactly what you want to do and that you can help them achieve their next level goals? Help them solve their problems. Being specific with your skill set, with your goals, with your network is key to success, and it creates immediate authority, even if you don't have hundreds of connections or a stack of certifications. And remember, companies aren't concerned about whether you have 500 connections or 5,000 connections if you hold certifications like CompTIA's Network Plus or Security Plus. What truly matters is your authority in your chosen field. And don't forget, if you try to speak to everyone, you end up speaking to no one. Finally, the third mistake. This mistake will cost you more and sink your career faster than almost anything else out there. Now, what's ironic is if you are making this mistake, you're likely going to think you are helping your career, but in reality, you are killing it. It's called the pursuit of credibility indicators. And here's what that means. Right now, the majority of your target companies, target recruiters, hiring managers don't know you, don't trust you, and don't have a reason to choose you over someone else with more credentials, background, or experience. So you think to yourself, well, if you just had some more credibility indicators, then maybe they would trust you and hire you. So you spend a fortune on another piece of paper, another degree, another certification. You waste your time and energy. You try to get what your competitors have. Maybe you can get the certifications, but what about the job experience? You might even consider working for free as an intern to compensate for that as well. You start a cycle that never ends. Always trying to have something that you don't have. Waste your time, energy, and money, and something that puts some letters behind your name. Or you drop a fortune on professional pictures, designing your resume word by word to make it perfect. You try to make you look cool and credible. And here's the truth. None of those things matter. They're just expensive mistakes that suck away your time, your money, and your energy. Because your target companies right now, recruiters or HR, They don't care about your degrees or your certifications or where you studied. They are not the least bit concerned about how pretty your LinkedIn page might be or how many shiny objects you have in it. They only care about one thing. Can they trust you to solve their biggest problem? And that's it. And that, my friend, leads you to the secret that you came here for. Focus on your clients, those specific businesses and hiring managers, and focus on what they need. Maybe all they need is someone who can help them monitor a specific security tool in the cloud. And that's what you can give it to them immediately. What's even better is your ability to transfer your skills, abilities, and natural aptitudes from your current role, your background, because cybersecurity is not a vertical domain, it's horizontal, meaning it has deep connections with different people, process, and technology, skills, and abilities. As a professional, be it coming from IT or different fields, you already have tons of things to offer. Why not use them? Instead of focusing on what you don't have, trying to learn irrelevant things that your target companies don't care. Focus on what you already have and immediately turn them into a solution that companies are waiting for you. And this way, you can create instant authority because you prove to a total stranger in mere seconds that you understand them and their problem better than anyone else on this planet and that they can trust you to solve it. And when you can do that, nothing else matters. People will line up, jump through the hoops, fall all over themselves, for the opportunity to work with you. And here's the best part to do this. You don't have to sell yourself or prove yourself or convince anyone of anything. People with real authority and influence, the people you look up to and trust the most, they don't stand on a mountaintop screaming the rest of the world, I'm the best, follow me. No, they use something much more powerful. They use something called intrinsic influence. Now, this is a little known psychological trigger that you can use to flip the authority switch in those recruiters and hiring managers' mind. And once you flip it, they will instantly and permanently see you as a leading and trusted authority, and no one will be able to convince them otherwise. Now, pay attention right here, because what makes this so powerful is that they come to the conclusion on their own. Not because you convinced them, not because you have shown a bunch of certificates, but because they decided it to be true for themselves. So this is a complete game changer. You see, when someone else tells us how great they are, maybe we believe it, maybe we don't. But when we come to that conclusion on our own, we take full ownership of that decision. We stick with that decision, and we will even defend that decision if someone else tries to talk us out of it. This is incredibly powerful. When total strangers begin deciding for themselves, just moments after seeing your name and your marketing materials, like your resume, LinkedIn page for the first time, you are undeniably the leading and trusted authority in your market. And believe me, everything gets easier. So the question becomes then, how do we manufacture this? How do we use this intrinsic influence to flip the authority switch in your hiring manager's or recruiter's mind and introduce you as a trusted cybersecurity professional that can solve their problems? Well, there are two ways you can do it. A very slow and expensive approach, or a fast and affordable one. Now, the first approach is called the commodity approach. It's going to require you to collect all the certifications out there, such as CompTIA A+, Network Plus, Security Plus, CISM or CISA from ISACA, or even CSSP from ISC2. There are tons of bootcamps to collect them from, right? If you don't have a proper background or academic background, you'll have to go back to school, get an undergraduate degree or a master's degree. Then you'll have to spend hours on platforms like TryHackMe, HackTheBox. Then you'll have to learn programming languages like Python, master tools like CM Splunk, Qualys, Nessus, and undertake internships, often unpaid or low paid, for 6 months to a year, just to add relevance to your resume. Then, of course, you'll need to spend countless hours on networking and relationship building. Then prepare a resume that has all the keywords you need. Then apply for 10, 20 jobs a day. Then eventually a recruiter might get back to you for a random role that you may like it or not. And this method can take anywhere between 9 to 24 months and could cost you between $20,000 to $50,000, not to mention the lost time and potential income from low-paying starter roles like a SOC analyst job, which could mean leaving an additional $50,000 to $100,000 on the table in the first year alone because you will be getting underpaid. And many times these efforts end up costing you much more because you will spend more time, more energy and money on the things that you feel necessary along the way. So to be fair, that's an option that can work. But there is a much simpler way. It's called the Cyber Transform Authority Funnel. Now you can set this up in less than 8 weeks, and it's way cheaper and way faster than stacking up all the skills, certifications, or random efforts to get a role in cybersecurity. Plus, it will not be a random role, but the ideal position you love. And this is the process I use to help over 1,200 professionals crush it in every background. From IT help desk to system administration, other professional backgrounds to new joiners in tech, it works every single time. And all of them have used this to establish instant credibility, influence, and undeniable authority in their chosen field of cybersecurity. And with that authority came desire, a massive and consistent demand for interviews and job offers, even though they didn't have a huge following. No one knew who they were, even without years of experience or tons of qualifications. So here's how it works. The Cyber Transform Authority Funnel is a simple 4-step process that anyone can follow, but the real magic is right in that second step, so pay attention. Step 1, you will discover your ideal role in cybersecurity with Cyber Career Mastery positioning. You will take a deeper look into your background, your personality, your natural talents, abilities, skills, and aptitudes. Then you will choose your specific field in cybersecurity because there are more than 6 categories and over 200 different job titles in cybersecurity. You will choose your specific niche within these options. Then you will choose the ideal industries, companies, and locations that you want to focus on for your ideal cybersecurity niche. When you get these elements right, along with your marketing materials like your resume, your LinkedIn page, and personal portfolio, you'll be laser focused on a very specific role in which you can make a huge difference because it's in line with your goals, personality, and what makes you happy and what companies need out there. You will only talk to people that you're interested in and remove everything and everyone else from your world. Now that you have identified your specific role in the cybersecurity domain, you will start communicating with the right intention. Your social media accounts, your personal profiles, your current network, you will only talk about your chosen niche and people will start noticing your interest and your focused approach and your professionalism too. Then they will start engaging with you over a phone call, through LinkedIn messaging, or by inviting you over for informational interviews, which brings us to the second step. And the second step of the process is Cyber Transform Triangle. And it has very basic 3 questions inside. Can you do the job? Do you want to do the job? Do you know those decision makers? You will answer these 3 questions that every recruiter, every hiring manager is asking you, even if you don't notice that. And you will answer them even before they ask you. These are the hidden questions recruiters and hiring managers are asking you. And when you have the right answers to these questions, you will stop settling for less, saying yes to roles that you are not interested or you don't want to do. And you stop working with people and companies you don't know or simply you're not interested. And you will start reading the hidden lines inside the job descriptions and understand the real pain of the hiring managers, even if they come up with random requirements they list on the job descriptions. Instead, you will be in a position to qualify the recruiters and hiring managers and honestly tell them if you want to help them or not, whether this is a nice match for everyone. By taking control of the interviews, informational interviews, and all the communications with potential organizations and professionals who need your help, you will start asking the right questions. You will focus on their pain and problems that they don't even want to admit. Hiring managers, recruiters, HR, you will understand their pain, the frustration, the discomfort, and all the challenges that stem from that. Now, when you do this the right way, with just the right words, they trigger a sudden transformation in their mind. They will instantly conclude that the only reason you know what they're going through in such detail is because you understand this topic deeper than anyone else and because you have the solution that they've been looking for. So when you do this right, some magical things happen. People instantly know, like, and trust you for the right reason. You've shown that you really are an authority. And once your audience reach that conclusion for themselves again, it's virtually impossible for anyone else to convince them otherwise. Recruiters, hiring managers, and HR professionals will feel like you understand them better than anyone else because you'll be speaking the truth. And lastly, they will feel understood and heard by you. Far too often, people know how they feel, but they struggle to communicate it. And this is where authority and influence are created. And when you do it properly, nothing else is more powerful. And in the third step of the process, now that you know your ideal niche in cybersecurity, you know your hidden abilities and natural aptitudes, and you also have perfect clarity of your ideal companies and their problems, you will now transfer your skills from your background and apply them to help them solve their problems. And when you do this, you will notice that you already have the people, process, and technology skills that they need. And because you're applying your abilities and aptitudes to specific roles, industries, and companies, it will be extremely targeted, and that's precisely what you would want. This way, you will only talk about their specific problems and how your unique set of skills and abilities and your background would be a perfect match for their needs. You will prove them how your unique background and transferable aptitudes would help them solve their problems and why you are the best fit for that. And while your competitors are struggling to talk about their lack of skills or experiences, you'll be communicating with confidence because you have already solved lots of similar business and technology problems before. And in your new role, it makes perfect sense for you to apply the same principles for your new role. Now, in the final step, once that demand is created, you are engaged with potential hiring managers and recruiters, it is absolutely critical that you do one very important thing. Within 24 to 48 hours of flipping that cyber transform authority switch, you need to make your audience an offer that solves their problem, and you will solve a piece of their problem. And if you don't make that offer, it's like when you're on a date with someone and you don't make a move and you are going to end up in the friend zone. But once you flip that authority switch, your audience is going to experience a mix of relief and craving. Relief that at last they found someone who can help them, and then also craving to get your help right away. So when they are in that stage, you must offer them something that can help them solve their problems. Now, that offer can be pretty much anything you want. It could be a strategy document or a report to show them how you would help them. This works great for governance and risk-related jobs in cybersecurity. It could be a technical implementation, like a CM deployment on Splunk or a vulnerability management or endpoint protection solution on cloud like Azure or AWS. Whatever that is, what matters is that you make that offer and solve a piece of their problem. And while your competitors are busy randomly spraying their resumes and collecting all the certifications out there, you'll be focusing on a few companies and a specific set of problems. And you are proving the fact that you can help them by actually helping them. And when you offer this, and when you solve a piece of the problem before they ask for it, there are no more experience-related questions that you don't want to hear. No more staying as a commodity and getting compared against other people. Instead, you are creating massive authority, massive trust, and reliability because you go above and beyond to show them what you can do instead of talking about it just like everyone else. And that's it. That's the authority funnel. Step number 1, career mastery positioning. Step number 2, cyber transform triangle. Step number 3, transfer your skills. And step number 4, solve a piece of the problem. Now, the key to making this work, of course, is to execute every piece of that perfectly. You need the marketing materials with the right words. You need to know the exact right targeting for your ideal niche in cybersecurity. You must make sure you find your unique positioning in cybersecurity, identify the relevant transferable skills, leverage your personality, create marketing materials, and offer a solution that hiring managers are interested. Every word of your materials, your emails, your messages, and every word you say on the phone with recruiters and hiring managers has to be absolutely perfect. And you need to know how to nail those conversations. So now you have a choice. Well, in fact, you have 3. 1, you can forget everything I just said and just keep doing what you've been doing. You can continue to struggle, continue to work on new skills, new qualifications, random job applications, just like everyone else in your space. Keep failing to land interviews and failing to get 6-figure and multiple 6-figure roles in cyber. Or 2, you can be a little smarter and start using Cyber Transform Authority Funnel. Now you can build this whole thing out yourself and then dial it in through a long process of trial and error. Now this is way better than not having an authority funnel at all. But to truly dial it in, it's likely going to require months of work and tens of thousands of dollars in wasted money, wasted time and energy. Or 3, you can just have my team and I just build this whole thing for you to make absolutely certain that we get it right the first time. Now here's what that looks like. We handcraft every piece of this process for you. We run your personality tests, take a very deep look at your background, pinpoint your exact niche in cybersecurity. We identify the skills you already have for your ideal niche. We even create your marketing materials like your resume, your LinkedIn page, and personal portfolio documents so you don't have to lift a finger. We even create the messages and arrange conversations with decision makers so you can save lots of time and energy and also make sure everything will be perfect because we do them for you. In short, we build out your entire Cyber Transform Authority funnel for you from scratch and we make sure every last bit of it is perfect and it's bringing you the exact job interviews and multiple 6-figure offers you want in cybersecurity. Now, what if you don't have enough transferable skills or experience? What if your background is not strong enough to get your first role or your next role in cybersecurity? No problem, because we will also help you get all the practical skills and job experience you need from scratch. In fact, we will map out your entire Cyber Transform career mastery positioning so you can hit the ground running even if you don't have one. And while we are building all of this, we will also give you access to all of our Cyber Transform training to help you land your ideal cybersecurity interviews and sign multiple 6-figure offers from your authority funnel with just one quick phone call or Zoom call with recruiters and hiring managers. Now, when everything is said and done, you'll have a perfectly crafted authority funnel that establishes you as the undisputed Rolls Royce of cybersecurity careers, creates instant connection with your audience, and brings you the exact job opportunities you want, even if you are just getting started. So the question you need to ask yourself is this: do you know where your next cybersecurity role will come from? The one that you enjoy doing, gives you the 6-figure finances and the satisfaction you want. Because if you don't, that's a huge problem. And the difference between a career that fails and the one that succeeds is consistently generate more revenue and enjoy doing what you're doing. And that's what your Cyber Transform Authority funnel could give you. So if that's all you need to hear and you know you need this, then I want to invite you to book a free consultation call with my team. Now we'll get on the phone for about 45 minutes and you can tell us all about your career, what's working, what's not, and the exact type of roles you want in cybersecurity. So we will look at everything and we will just tell you straight up if we think Cyber Transform Authority funnel can work for you, and if it can, that's great. We are happy to build it for you and coach you through how to use it. And if not, I promise we will steer you towards something else that we think is better for your unique situation. Now, either way, our goal on this call is to get you total clarity about whether a Cyber Transform Authority funnel is the best approach for your career. So just click the button on this video and book your free consultation now. You'll be taken to a short application and then a calendar page to choose your appointment time. We will call you at the time that you choose. Please be ready. So click the button and book that call now. And by the way, this is not for everyone. We have 2 very strict requirements you must meet in order to qualify for this call. First, you must be able to solve a major business challenge in your career. So that means you are an expert in something, be it technology, business, cybersecurity. Now, like I said, you don't need to have a high-paying job in place already. We can help you create one from scratch, but you must have some kind of real-world experience. And 2, You must be serious about taking your career to the next level and be willing to spend whatever it takes to make that happen. And we can build the most powerful cybersecurity job attraction system on the planet for 6 figures and multiple 6 figures like 100K, 200K, and 300K and beyond. But it's an investment. And you also have to be willing to invest in things like marketing yourself or getting the skills you might need. So if you are not willing to do that, we cannot help you. But if you do have real-world expertise in something, especially in technology or business administration, and you are serious about taking things to the next level, and you are willing to spend whatever it takes to make that happen, then click the button under this video and schedule your free consultation. Now, one last really important thought I want to leave you with. If your career is like everyone else, you're finished. If you don't have a system for turning job adverts and messages from recruiters into job offers consistently, you're done. If your marketing materials like resume, LinkedIn page, or personal portfolio documents, they don't connect with your audience and establish your authority within the first 2 minutes, the game's over. And if you cannot connect with your audience without having to pretend to be someone else you're not, you are missing the biggest opportunity of all. And if you want to do what our clients do, which is to break into crowded markets and job applications in cybersecurity with tons of competition from people who might have more qualifications than you, if you absolutely blow those competitors away with an authentic, powerful message where every single word rings true, then your marketing and job hunting process need to be perfect. And that's what a Cyber Transform authority funnel gives you. Powerful, smoking hot, handcrafted marketing that tells the truth and also perfectly expresses who you are and what you stand for. The job hunting process that creates instant connection and authority with recruiters, hiring managers, and HR, and makes them see you as the only person on the planet who can fix their problem, even if they've never heard of you before. Even if you don't have lots of letters after your name or years of experience in the game. So if that's the kind of 6-figure job hunting and marketing you need in cybersecurity, and you want to work with the absolute best in the industry, then click the button under this video and book your consultation now. I'm Emin Caliskan, the Cyber Career Transformer, and let's talk soon.